Most leaders walk out of a meeting with a sense of relief. That went well. I explained it clearly. Everyone understood what we need to do. It feels true because, from inside the leader's own mind, the message made perfect sense. The logic was intact, the intention was strong, and the path ahead looked obvious. But this is where the quiet danger begins, where clarity feels real to the speaker but lands very differently in the minds listening. The illusion of clarity. The leader steps into the next meeting, confident the organization is now moving in a single direction. Meanwhile, across departments and time zones, people replay the same message with completely different interpretations. A sentence that sounded precise to the leader has already splintered into variations shaped by culture, workload, pressure, and unspoken assumptions. No one is deliberately mishearing anything. The brain simply fills gaps with what it already knows. Everyone believes they're on the same page, but they aren't even reading the same paragraph. Where understanding pretends to be alignment. A room full of nodding heads often looks like agreement. A quiet yes sounds like commitment. Silence feels like consent. But employees can understand every word you said and still walk away with diverging priorities. Some doubt the timeline but don't want to seem negative. Others disagree with the approach but stay quiet out of respect or cultural habit. A few simply assume someone else will take responsibility. From the leader's perspective, everything is aligned. From the organization's perspective, the message has already started to drift. How misalignment slips in quietly. This drift doesn't begin with big mistakes, it starts with tiny deviations. One team focuses on speed while another prioritizes accuracy. One manager interprets urgent as today, another as this quarter. A request made with a firm tone in English softens when retold in another language. A culturally ambiguous phrase shifts meaning as it crosses borders. Nothing appears dramatic. Nothing alerts a dashboard. Nothing feels wrong enough to raise a hand. Yet step by step, the organization walks away from the leader's intention, not out of resistance, but because the message wasn't anchored the same way for everyone. What MC3 changes? MC3 doesn't ask leaders to speak more, it teaches them to build communication that cannot drift unnoticed. Leaders begin slowing their delivery just enough to make the logic visible. They check alignment without sounding repetitive. They learn to notice how silence behaves in different cultures and when agreement is only politeness. They begin asking clarifying questions that reveal where the message is bending under pressure. As this becomes habit, the organization stabilizes. Teams stop guessing. Projects stop splitting into parallel interpretations. The leader's message stops fading as soon as it leaves the room. The moment real alignment arrives. When clarity becomes a shared experience rather than a private certainty, the whole organization moves differently. People work with more confidence. Decisions land cleanly. Issues surface earlier. Trust grows because people finally know what the leader means, not just what the leader said. Leaders often believe their words were clear. MC3 shows them how to make sure their message stays clear all the way to the outcome.